Good morning. I'm Caroline Summers. I'm here today talking about Wellisair. And I wanted to take the opportunity. We sold so many Wellisair units last month that I know a lot of you really don't like reading manuals. So today I thought we would meet the panel for Wellisair. Get it? Meet the panel?
Can you just say that all over again for our folks in Instagram? They just joined.
Hi, Instagram. Okay, so we have Facebook and Instagram happening here. I'm Caroline Summers. We're here today talking about Wellisair. This is an indoor air revitalization unit, and we sold so many units last month that I know a lot of you are getting your brand new Wellisairs, and everyone I know does not like to read a manual. So I thought what I'd do today is just explain very simply how this amazing unit works. This is brand new technology. This is something, there's only one unit of this kind, and it is Wellisair. And I think that's why this has taken off virally, and so many of you are learning about Wellisair and how this is a different kind of system. It's not a HEPA filter. HEPA filters are great at trapping particles, but all the invisible toxins can go right through a HEPA filter. So that's why we have Wellisair. It uses hydroxyl technology, and I will explain that in a bit. But first, I want to explain to you how this amazing unit works. So I'm here today with my husband, Bruce Summers.
Hello.
He owns the company. And let's talk about this panel. It's actually so easy to use. When you get the unit home, the first thing you do is you put the cartridge in the back. Is the cartridge already in it, Bruce?
No, you have to install it.
Okay, so you install the cartridge. So I'm going to show you how to change this here, but it's very simple. This is your cartridge. It has a solution in it that creates hydroxyls, which is nature's cleaning agent. This is how nature cleans the air outdoors. So we just are using the same technology as Mother Nature uses. And you put this right in the back. All you have to do is take that lid off. Boom. That is how long it takes to change your cartridge. So super simple. It has that hydroxyl solution in it. And all you do here is turn on the power button. So your first button on the panel is the power button. When the power button goes on, this is the fan. Power fan. So these are just your light indicators. These are your only two buttons. So it makes it super simple. Now, when that fan is on, you're going to feel a very tiny little fan here. Oh, and it's whisper quiet. It's not like those loud fans that you have on a HEPA filter, because all you need here is for this little fan to distribute the hydroxyls through the air. Hydroxyls are the cleaning molecules that break up all the VOCs, all the mold spores, the mycotoxins, smoke, odors, everything in the air of those toxins, and it actually eliminates up to 99.9% of them. So that's why the unit is so quiet. That's why the unit is so different. Super high tech, and my husband found it, and it is amazing. So I'm so happy so many of you have jumped in on this. You're getting your Wellisair, and then you're like, oh my God, I need another one for my bedroom. Oh, I want one for my daughter's dorm room. Oh, I'm gonna get one for my mom at her house. So that's how the company
basements.
And your basement, yes, and your attic,
it should
all the rest
be
of
an
that.
automatic in your basement.
Yes. So power button turns on the fan. Now, this is your VOC meter. So you can see when I first put in that cartridge with the hydroxyl solution, this is cycling, so it's scanning the room right now. If this VOC meter turns blue, it means that the air, your indoor air, is within the clean range. It's not detecting enough VOCs to indicate that you have any kind of an issue. When it goes to orange, it means that it's now 10% outside of that normal, optimal range. And when it goes to red, it's even more than 10%. The hydroxyls are always being distributed. The hydroxyls are always working to clean your air. So don't worry if you see it orange or red. Sometimes it might take a couple of hours. When you first get your unit, it might take even longer than that to clean the air. But those hydroxyls, what happens is that they multiply. They go out into space and they continue distributing and multiplying to keep your air clean. Now we have our doors wide open today. So, you know, I've seen my oh, this one is blue. I've seen some of the units in our home be orange today. When I cook, they always turn red because, again, you're putting toxins and VOCs into the air, even when you cook. But the unit is always working to clean the air. Now, we also have one of these units in our bedroom. And in our bedroom, we don't like to have this VOC meter while we're sleeping because we always like to dim as much ambient light as possible. So what you do here is you just press the other button, which is your night mode. It has a moon, that's how you know. You press night mode. Now this turns off the VOC meter, and the only light that will be illuminated is a tiny little light in your other moon over here, which says you're in night mode. That's really all you need to know is night mode and power mode. Now the night mode does continue distributing your hydroxyls. It just turns off the lights and the fan is slightly lower. So we do like to put it back on full power during the day. Now these two lights here are about your cartridges. So we give you a warning light here. So you see it has a triangle. What does triangle mean? It means change. And it has a little circle on it. When this light is illuminated, it means that you are about to change your cartridge.
In the next 10 days.
It's giving you a 10-day warning so hopefully you have an extra cartridge in the refrigerator. You can buy the cartridges on subscription. That is the least expensive way to get them home. And if you buy them in bundles on subscription, it can go down to as low as $15 a month. But we always want to make sure you have at least one per unit in your refrigerator. And they'll keep in the fridge for up to a year.
Actually, 18 months.
18 months, my husband says. So go ahead and get it on subscription and keep it in the fridge. That's how you get the price as low as possible. So only $15 and change a month when you get that bundle price to keep your units running, to keep your home safe from VOCs, mold spores, mycotoxins, smoke, odors, all the other things that we worry about with toxic indoor air. So again, this means get ready. It's almost time to change your cartridge. When it goes to here, it means your cartridge is no longer working. Now, unlike those HEPA filters where if you don't change the filter, the unit will still make that loud annoying noise and you'll still think that it's working to clean your air. This will not run without changing that cartridge because we don't want you to be using a unit that's not helping you. So if you have a HEPA filter, please change the filter and please wear masks and gloves and do it outside because it's extremely toxic when you go to change it. But with this beautiful clean unit, literally all you have to do is pop out that cartridge and pop in the new one. Now you can see here, this unit is out of the fluid. The cartridge is virtually empty. You might have some fluid left in your cartridge when that 3 months rolls around. And why is that? Like if there's fluid, can I keep using it? Well, the reason that there might be a little extra fluid, it depends on the humidity level in wherever you live. So less humid areas require more of the fluid and more humid areas require a little less. But the fluid in this it's a fresh product. It lasts for 90 days, and after 90 days, it begins to lose its efficacy. So,
once the top is off.
Yeah, so as soon as you've opened this, you have 90 days for this to work at full strength. So at 90 days, you replace the cartridge, even if it has a little bit left in it. Bruce has a comment.
We have a handful of people thinking that they've done something wrong, and I want to reassure them that they've done nothing wrong. It's people who are just learning that the ideal way to store them is in the refrigerator. They're okay outside of the refrigerator. Yes. They're good for a year, probably a little bit longer. But when they're in the refrigerator, they're going to last for at least 18 months.
Okay, so it just extends the life alone.
Exactly.
Good tip, Bruce. Thank you, thank you. So again, this triangle that has the circle around it says, get ready, it's almost time to change. So if you don't have any cartridges, you better grab one. And then this one says it's time to change, and this will turn red. So that's how you'll know. And that is our panel here.
Take it off night mode. We're missing. Oh, you just turned it off.
Sorry.
There you go. At least now we can see the pretty lights.
Okay, now it's back on regular mode. And I don't, we leave the unit on 24/7. Your Wellisair unit is doing a lot of work for you while you sleep, while everything is still. That's when those hydroxyls are out there multiplying, and they are literally neutralizing VOCs and toxins and mold and we get so much off-gassing in our homes that we don't even realize. We don't realize that our furniture is covered in fire retardant and our carpets and rugs are covered in, we get so much off-gassing. We don't realize when we open the door to outside that you're getting benzene that's coming in the house. All of these chemicals that we are breathing in, and we talk about that toxic burden, like at what point is it too many toxins that we just can't continue to detox them? So that is why something like Wellisair, you're breathing 24/7. This is such a wonderful thing that you can do for your family and for your friends and for your health. Yes, Bruce.
Somebody else asked, what do you do with the empty cartridge? You just throw it away? And the answer is yes. There's nothing toxic inside. It's a natural, organic solution. There's just a little bit of plastic.
Yes, and you can recycle these with your
Regular
local
recycling
program. Recyclable plastic here. And that is our Meet the Panel. I hope this has made this a little more clear. And for those of you who have new units, welcome to the Wellisair family. And if you don't have a Wellisair yet and you would like to learn more about it, you go to wellisair.com. We'd be happy to talk you through it or answer any questions you have. I think whenever there's a new technology, it's a little confusing for people. We all know what HEPA filters do, and we're all aware of that technology. This is the only unit of its kind. And I think when technology advances, what you see is better efficiency. This is a smaller unit. Look how thin this is. It's small, it's quiet, it's less expensive, it's easier to maintain, and it's just, this is what happens as we get smarter and develop better technology. And Wellisair is the first and only of its kind because this is a patented hydroxyl generator. And hydroxyls up to this point have only been used in commercial remediation for fire and water damage. So if you have like a big commercial building and they have a flood or they have fire damage, they will bring in those commercial grade hydroxyl generators because that is what is the most powerful to clean the air and make that building habitable again for humans. But those commercial hydroxyl generators, they're built a little differently, and the Wellisair is done in a way that is totally safe and effective in the home with humans. It's safe for your pets, it's safe for your kids, it's safe for the elderly. Yes, Bruce.
And in addition to that, this does not emit any ozone. Some of the commercial ones actually use some ozone, which is why they suggest people not be around. This has no ozone. In fact, we are CARB certified, which is the California certification, which is the strictest one in the nation.
So, patented hydroxyl technology for in-home use, first and only one of its kind. And this is affordable, and all you have to do, there's no messy cartridge. All you have to do is change this cartridge every 3 months. So go to wellisair.com, sign up for subscription, so you always have an extra in your fridge. And that's also how you get the lowest price discount. So if you can swing it, buy it in a bundle, and then you'll have them stored in your refrigerator, and you won't ever have to worry about it. You think everyone who has one of these, because we get so many responses from you guys saying, I can't believe how much better my air feels. It feels so much cleaner. It smells so much better. So we get amazing comments about it, but every now and then it's hard to create a new habit. So if you are not in the habit of having that cartridge on subscription, take 5 minutes right now and go to wellisair.com and sign up for subscription so you will never be out of your cartridges, which are continuing to bring your family clean, fresh air. So thanks for joining us today, guys, and we appreciate you, and welcome to the Wellisair family. Thanks.